Good day, everyone. To all our guests, our awardees, and of course our colleagues, welcome to the inauguration of the Manila Times Sustainability Champions Awards and our bookazine launch. Today, the theme for our event is titled Envisioning Our Green Future. And if I may invite you all to momentarily imagine a place, your place of peace, perhaps your particular area where you feel you're most, where you are most calm. And perhaps this could be a garden or a green patch in the middle of the city. Perhaps it's in the suburbs, or it could be somewhere where you grew up and ran around and got to play without much care. It could also be a place that offers a lot of green nature activities where you're able to at least experience something different from what you're used to in terms of your work life or your city or urban experience. Now, the thing is, our sustainability event for today talks about how we're not just concerned anymore with the present and being able to deal with lessening the harm that's being done, but we must now begin to think about the future, not just for ourselves and the existing generations, but those who will come before us, after us. So the thing about envisioning our green future, it really is more about, like they say, right, the person who's able to plant a tree where they won't be able to appreciate it and only others after them will be able to. That is the kind of thrust that we're pushing forward in today's event and award ceremony. So again, we'd like to thank you for being here with us. And before we do proceed with our keynote speaker, please do allow me to introduce the officer who will be giving the opening remarks. Now, having grown up and studied and built businesses in Texas, USA, she has now repatriated her family here for the benefit of the Manila Times and, of course, for our communities. With a background as an executive in the tech space and having the same entrepreneurial spirit as her father, she has also been trained by mentors such as Ross Perot in America. So please welcome the new CEO of the Manila Times, Ms. Anna Marie Ang Thompson.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for braving the weather today and joining our event. It is a true privilege to welcome you to our inaugural Manila Times Sustainability Champions Awards. I'm especially honored to stand before a room full of leaders who are not just talking about change, but are creating it. When I became CEO, I felt a responsibility to not just continue our legacy of informing the public, but to use our platform to shape a better future. For too long, the narrative around sustainability has been rooted in scarcity and sacrifice, focused on what we must give up, kumbaga, reuse, reduce, and recycle. But that narrative is changing, and you are the ones writing the new chapter. Now it is the story of abundance, biodiversity, and innovation. It is about building a circular economy that creates value, not waste. It is also about leaving behind an old reactive way of thinking and instead proactively creating a better world for generations to come. This is why we at the Manila Times launched TMT Green, a movement to hold ourselves and our industry accountable. We are passionate about demonstrating that media can be a powerful force for transparency and progress. We are also a firm believer of walking the talk. As such, earlier this year, we partnered with Glenn Banaguas and his organization to be one of the first publishing companies in the Philippines to estimate our greenhouse emissions and champion the green agenda. Today, we are celebrating 15 corporations that are leading the way. Their individual stories will be highlighted in our new bookazine, Pathways to Prosperity, which you will hear more about from co-executive editor Joseph Albert Gamboa. Allow me to take a moment now to extend a special thanks to our keynote speaker, Ms. Corina Molina from PwC Philippines. I would like to recognize the PwC Assurance Leader for Environmental, Social, and Corporate Governance for serving as chairman of our panel. Thank you, Bob, for leading the efforts to evaluate and determine the champions we are honoring today. To our distinguished panel of judges, the who's who of sustainability in this country, Mr. Glenn Banaguas, science diplomat and UN Sasakwa laureate. Mr. Santiago Santi Dumlao, Secretary General, Association of Credit Rating Agencies in Asia. Mr. Ludwig Wiggy Federigan, Founder and Executive Director, Young Environmental Forum. Mr. Felino June Palafox Jr., Founder and Urban Planner of Palafox Associates. Ms. Griselda Gay Santos, Southeast Asia Regional Director of Water.org. And Ms. Imelda Ida Chongson, Vice Chairman, Institute of Corporate Directors. Dear panel, your invaluable expertise has been a game changer in this space. We are extremely grateful for your guidance throughout this whole process. Again, to our honorees, Aboitiz Power Corporation, Basis Conversion and Development Authority, Development Bank of the Philippines, First Gen Corporation, Globe Telecom, Land Bank of the Philippines, Manila Electric Company, Manila Water Company Incorporated, Mega World Corporation, Philippine Airlines, Robinson's Land Corporation, San Miguel Corporation, SM Investments Corporation, Toyota Motor Philippines, Vista Land and Landscapes Incorporated. Thank you. Thank you for your leadership, for your vision, for proving that there is a better way. You are living the words of Paul McCartney, who once said, "There must be a better way to make things we want, a way that doesn't spoil the sky or the rain or the land." You are the champions of that better way. Maraming salamat po and mabuhay sa ating Pilipinas.
Thank you, Ms. Anne-Marie, for your opening remarks. And now allow me to introduce the officer who will be giving the welcoming remarks. Now, she is a multi-awarded advocate of inclusivity and women empowerment. And in fact, she is an active member of the Filipina CEO Circle, which is an all-female network of successful women that have risen from the ranks to reach the top positions, to be able to help other women to be able to also achieve. So please give a warm round of applause for the Manila Times President and CEO, Ms. Blanca Calilong Mercado.
Guests and colleagues, good morning. Sorry, I'm under the weather today. But of course, thank you for showing up today despite the inclement weather. We do appreciate your presence here. Today is a momentous event as we come together to celebrate and honor those who are leading the way toward a more sustainable future. The Manila Times Sustainability Champion Awards have been more than a year in the making. Initially, you only had the magazine in mind, but we thought of complementing our Model Cities and Municipalities Awards, wherein we honor local government units that exemplify best practices. So why not include an award to recognize our corporate champions as well? So that's the awards that we have right now. Together with our executive editors, Sandy Dablao is also here today, and Albert Gamboa, and of course our hardworking TMT team, the magazine has evolved to include the first ever the Manila Times Sustainability Champions Awards. But first, we developed the 4 ICE criteria for selecting the 15 sustainable champions, namely initiative, impact, inclusiveness, and integration. After finalizing our criteria, we set out to identify companies that have shown exceptional commitment to sustainability, focusing on their compliance with the 17 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, which is a universal call to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure that by 2030, all people will enjoy peace and prosperity. Then, of course, came the partnerships and the judges. We are deeply grateful to our partners, especially PwC Isla Lipanan Company. Thank you for coming full force today. The partners are all here today. Thank you very much for joining us. Whose early belief in this project and unwavering support made it possible for us to reach this significant milestone. Of course, our venue partner, Conrad Manila Hotel, our sponsors, First Gen, the table over there, and First also here. Special partners, Marco Polo, Ortigas Manila Hotel, Prime Homes, and our patron sponsors, Clean Fund, Shigetsu, and Yum Agency. Together with our distinguished judges, led by PwC's Corina Molina and the members Glenn Banaguas, Santi Dumlao, Ludwig Felgadrigan, Architect June Palafox, Gay Santos, and Ida Tiongson, the Grand Sustainability Champion will also be recognized today. We'd also like to acknowledge the sustainability writers and contributors who, some of here whom are present today, who blended their expertise and knowledge to bring our first ever sustainability magazine to fruition. I hope you can stand up to be recognized to our contributors who are present today. I can see Cosette, Secretary Dar, please stand up so that some people will, Flor Tariel, I can see some. Glenn Banagas also here, who have contributed their expertise to have this magazine made possible. Of course, as our CEO mentioned earlier, the Manila Times launched its sustainability initiative in March this year. We have begun the process of estimating our greenhouse gas emissions and developing a net zero emissions roadmap, becoming the first publishing company in Southeast Asia to do so. This initiative, led by UN Sasakawa laureate Glenn Banaguas, who is also one of our esteemed judges present today, signals a significant shift, not just for the company, but for the publishing industry as a whole. This groundbreaking initiative reflects our dedication to innovation and responsibility. We aspire to inspire transformative action by embedding sustainability at the very core of our operations. As we recognize our 15 sustainability champions today, let this be a reminder that we all have a role to play. Together, we can continue building a future where sustainability is not just a goal, but a way of our lives. Congratulations to our 15 sustainability champions. You are already winners for being catalysts of change and for paving the way toward a future rooted in sustainability and resilience. Let the awards begin. Marami pong salamat at mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas.
Thank you, Ms. Blanca, for welcoming our awardees and our guests for today. And now we shall be having our first keynote talk. Our keynote speaker has over 20 years of experience in solid and in-depth auditing experience and has been involved with a variety of global clients, including those in industries spanning from mining, oil and gas, and consumer and retail, all the way to pharmaceutical and industrial manufacturing. Now, she is the leader for environmental and social and governance, or ESG assurance, at PwC Philippines, Isla Lipana and Company. Please welcome Corina Molina.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for making it today despite the inclement weather. Okay, distinguished guests, colleagues, and stakeholders of sustainability, good morning. I am very honored to address you today as one of the partners at Isla Lipana and Company, PwC Philippines. We are so privileged to be co-presenting this, the Manila Times Sustainability Champions Awards, an initiative that closely reflects our enduring commitment to sustainability. These awards resonate with our core values rooted in environmental, social, and governance principles. As part of our mission, we support businesses in meeting important regulatory requirements such as the Extended Producer Responsibility Regulations, or EPR, in the Philippines. By doing so, we aim to foster sustainable practices across industries and contribute to a greener future. This awards ceremony is not just an event, it's an integral part of our commitment to enhancing global sustainability efforts. As such, the process or the judging process was undertaken with immense care, rigor, and transparency. Before I delve into the criteria that shape our decision-making process, allow me to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed panel of judges Each one brought unique insights and perspectives, ensuring a fair and thorough evaluation of all participants. Again, for the third time, allow me to acknowledge them. Ludwig Fedregan, Executive Director of the Young Environmental Forum and columnist at the Manila Times. Griselda Santos, Regional Director for Southeast Asia at water.org. Architect Felino Palafox Jr., Founder and Managing Partner of Palafox Associates. Blanca Mercado, President and COO of the Manila Times. Alan Cao, Markets and Assurance Executive Director at Isla Lipana and Company, PwC Philippines. Anna Marie Thompson, CEO of the Manila Times. Ida Chongson, President and CEO of Opal Portfolio Investments, Inc. Santi Dumlao, Secretary General of the Association of Credit Rating Agencies in Asia. Glenn Banaguas, Chairman and President of Asian Science Diplomats. Thank you, my co-judges. I'd also like to acknowledge the Manila Times for championing the importance of shared prosperity and sustainability through this initiative. Now let me quickly walk you through our criteria, thoughtfully designed by the Manila Times to capture the essence of true sustainability leadership. The nominees were judged based on 4 criteria: initiative, impact, inclusiveness, and integration. We assess the determination and tenacity with which companies initiated and developed projects aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, or the UN SDGs. This must reflect a corporate culture deeply rooted in ESG consciousness and marked by innovation, efficiency, practicality, and cost effectiveness. We also evaluated the social impact of these projects and initiatives. This includes their potential to offer long-standing benefits to individuals, communities, institutions, and sectors, as well as their influence on government policies and business milieu. Next, we look at how these initiatives balance utilizing our natural resources and conserving them for future generations. The aim was to gauge how these companies strive to reduce inequalities and ensure the equitable sharing of resources. Finally, we assessed how these companies collaboratively adopt the 17 UN SDGs into their core strategies and nurtured partnerships with communities, governments, society, and the global community. It is crucial to see how they exercise leadership and influence to foster sustainability. Today, as we honor our winners and finalists, we're not just recognizing success, we're celebrating leadership, vision, and collaboration. These are the qualities that will help us build a more sustainable world. I would like to extend my sincere congratulations to the winners and finalists. Your efforts in sustainability have set a benchmark for us all. Your dedication and initiative are truly valued as we collectively strive towards sustainable excellence. To all our awardees, congratulations. Your work truly inspires us. Your commitment sets a powerful example, and your leadership brings us closer to the future we all want to see. Let me leave you with a quote that captures the spirit of what we're celebrating today. The activist is not the man who says the river is dirty. The activist is the man who cleans up the river, by Ross Perot. Thank you, and let's keep moving forward, together and with integrity.
Thank you, Corina Molina, for setting the tone for today's award ceremony. We hope to have you again on stage later because we will be announcing, apart from giving the awards to our 15 sustainability champions, we will be revealing who among them will be the sustainability grand champions. So later on, after lunch, we will be having that in our program. In the meantime, please do indulge us as we introduce or say a few words about our judges, as they have taken a lot of time and effort to be able to determine which among the many worthy companies were the ones that we will be awarding today. So to begin with, as I call each of the judges, to avoid having to stand too long on stage, I will first read a little bit about your achievements and your background. If we could just ask you to stand up to be recognized, and then as we're able to finally finish introducing all our 7 judges, we would like to invite you on stage for the group photo. So for our first judge, of course, the chairman or chairwoman of the Board of Judges was also our keynote speaker. So once again, we give a round of applause, please, to Ms. Corina Molina as the chairperson of the panel of judges. Now, our second judge has received multiple awards for his pioneering work in environmental stewardship, climate change adaptation, and disaster risk reduction. Having shaped policies and empowered communities across Asia, he has been revered as the father of Asian science diplomacy and honored as the guru of resiliency and sustainability. He is science diplomat and United Nations Sasakawa laureate Glenn Banaguas. Please, to be recognized. Thank you. We will call everyone on stage afterwards. Thank you very much. Our third judge has been the past president of the Management Association of the Philippines and the Financial Executives Institute of the Philippines. He is concurrently the chairman of the Market Governance Board and its related Market Policy Committee of the Philippine Dealing and Exchange Corporation. He is the Association of Credit Rating Agencies in Asia's Secretary General, Santiago Santi Dumlao. Please stand to be recognized. So for those of you who are unfamiliar, we actually spent a whole day, or most of the day, deliberating, watching reviewing the evidence of which ones would be most deserving. So they had pretty much given their much of their expertise and thought into this. Our next judge is a distinguished sustainability leader with background in engineering, disaster risk reduction management, and sustainability leadership from institutions such as Don Bosco Technical College, Asian Institute of Management, and Yale University. He consistently champions environmental causes, climate resiliency, and sustainable practices through his weekly column, All About Choices, in the Manila Times. He is the founder and executive director of the Young Environmental Forum, Ludwig Wiggy Federigan. Please do stand to be recognized. So our next judge has 53 years of experience in architecture and 51 years in urban planning, having been educated at Christ the King Seminary, UST, UP, and Harvard University. He has with his group, they have over 2,000 plus projects in 40 countries, recognized with over 200 awards, including 2 UAP Dubai Design Awards for Educational and Hospitality Awards. This was for 2025. So the company he has established is the first Filipino firm in the world to be in the top 500, 300, 200, and even the select 100 architectural firms in the world. We would like to recognize the founder of Palafox Associates, Felino June Palafox, today represented by architect Chari Cabanes. Please do stand, Chari, on behalf of the Palafox Associates. Our sixth judge has more than 25 years of experience in investment management and audit, credit operations, and operational risks, ESG, and advisory services with roles at the World Bank Group and the International Finance Corporation. However, she is mostly known these days for her being an advocate for financial inclusion and is now with a global non-governmental organization founded by Matt Damon and Gary White, which seeks to solve the global water and sanitation crisis internationally. She is the regional director for Southeast Asia for water.org, Griselda Gay Santos. Welcome. And after I announce our last judge, I will invite, if I may ask our judges to already start going near the stage to be able to have our group photo with our president and CEO. So last but not least, our judge is an overachiever who wears many hats. She's a key figure in Philippine fintech and corporate governance. As previously earlier mentioned, she is president of Opal Portfolio Investments, SPV, and an independent director in several publicly listed firms. She is a trustee of Blockchain Council of the Philippines and Women Biz Philippines. We'd like to recognize Ms. Imelda Ida Tiongson. So may we ask our judges to please come on stage. We shall also invite Ms. Blanca and Ms. Anna Marie to join you for our photo opportunity. So once again, Ms. Blanca and Ms. Anna Marie would like to acknowledge and thank our panel of judges. Corina Molina, Glenn Banaguas, Santiago Santi Dumlao, Ludwig Federigan, Filino June Palafox, represented by Chay Cabanes, Gay Santos, and Ida Tiongson. Let's please give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, and thank them for their efforts for our event for today. Thank you very much. Welcome back to the Manila Times Sustainability Champions Awards and bookazine launch. Our event for today is, of course, Envisioning Our Green Future. And for this portion of our program, we would like to begin by an introduction or a few words regarding the said publication. And it might be interesting to note that it went from magazine to bookazine. So perhaps our next speaker would be able to shed a bit of light on the curious play with words here. So to discuss details is one of the two executive editors, of course, together with Santi Dumlao. He is the Chief Financial Officer and Director of the Asian Center for Legal Excellence. Please welcome Joseph Albert Gamboa.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, fellow champions of sustainability, and friends of the Manila Times. It is both an honor and a privilege to stand before you today as we mark another important milestone in our journey of advocacy. Alongside the inaugural Sustainability Champions Awards, we now launched the maiden issue of the Manila Times Sustainability Magazine. For more than 125 years, the Manila Times has been a chronicler of history and a platform for dialogue. Today, that legacy expands into a new space, one that amplifies solutions, sparks collaboration, and shares the stories of innovation in sustainability. The launch of this magazine comes at a very crucial moment. Cities across the Philippines and around the world are growing at an unprecedented pace. Urbanization, while a driver of progress, is also a source of stress on our resources, our communities, and our environment. Our theme for this first issue, Green Urban Growth, is both a challenge and an invitation. It is a challenge because the path to greener cities is never easy. It requires rethinking how we plan, build, and live. But it is also an invitation to innovate boldly, to lead responsibly, and to design cities that serve both people and planet. Imagine cities where transportation runs on clean energy, where buildings breathe and recycle water, where green spaces are not luxuries but lifelines, and where growth is measured not only in GDP, but also in cleaner air, healthier families, and more resilient communities. This is where the Manila Times Sustainability Magazine steps in. As Asia's first newspaper to embark on a net zero journey, the Manila Times has a responsibility that extends beyond reporting. It is to convene voices, highlight best practices, and provide a platform where ideas turn into action. But this magazine is not just about the Manila Times. It is about you, the readers, the doers, and the dreamers. The solutions to green urban growth will not come from one sector alone. They will come from partnerships across government, business, the academe, and civil society. So let us use this platform not only to exchange ideas, but to commit to action. Let us remind ourselves that the decisions we make today about energy, transport, housing, and waste will shape the lives of generations to come. In this season of discontent and public outrage over the flood control scandal, let us remember that sustainability is more than just environmentalism. It is about justice, effectiveness, and trust. When infrastructure fails the people, when funds disappear, when resilience is compromised or just made an excuse, that is a failure of sustainability. We must demand that our green urban growth be built on transparency, participation, and accountability, that it safeguards the vulnerable, ensures every peso spent contributes to safety and health, and not corruption. Only then can we channel the discontent into lasting reform, a reform that yields both prosperity and dignity for all. As we launch the Manila Times Sustainability Magazine, let us carry with us a vision of cities that are not only modern, but also mindful, not only prosperous, but also sustainable. Together, let us write the next chapter and the next bookazine, where growth and green go hand in hand. Thank you, and may this be the beginning of many more stories worth telling, and more importantly, worth living.
So thank you very much, Albert, for saying a few words about our sustainability bookazine, otherwise known as the Smart and Sustainable Companies and Communities bookazine. So with that, we shall proceed with our award ceremony proper. And prior to this, I would like to share with you our flow in terms of the awards. We shall first be showing the various video clips of our sustainability champions, and then we shall be inviting the representatives. Of course, for those who wish to join the people who will be accepting the award on behalf of the company, you may do so in order to be able to join the photo opportunity. After which, we shall be giving you allow you a few words in terms of with the acceptance of your award. So with that, may we call on our CEO, Ms. Anna Marie Ang Thompson, and our President and CEO, Ms. Blanca Calilong Mercado, to please take the stage to be able to present the awards to our sustainability champions. So may we call on Ms. Anna Marie and Ms. Blanca. So once again, our sequence, we shall be presenting your videos and we'll call on your representatives. For those, there has been some requests for those to be able to accompany, so please do so in order to be able to have the photo with your team. And then, of course, a few moments to be able to say some words about your sustainability efforts. All right, Ms. Blanca, Ms. Anna Marie, please take the stage. So for our first sustainability champion.
In the Philippines, many communities lived for decades without the gift of light, creating a gap between themselves and access to knowledge, opportunities, and hope. At Avoitis Power, we believe progress begins when no one is left behind, where even the most remote communities are seen, heard, and supported. Avoitis Power goes beyond delivering energy. We endeavor to help build a better future. That's why sustainability is more than just a goal. It's a promise to uplift lives, lead with integrity, and protect the environment. These values guide us across our journey, reflected in some of the many initiatives we pursue. First, the environment, the foundation of life. We take active steps to help protect and restore the natural world around us. Through our Scuba Basurero program, which began in 2022, professional divers and community volunteers have removed close to 12 tons of underwater debris that endangers marine ecosystems, helping restore marine habitats and support coastal livelihoods in Toledo City, Cebu. Our Cleanergy Park in Davao City protects critically endangered hawksbill sea turtles and over 100 native species of native birds and marine life. It welcomes 5,000 visitors yearly, promotes mangrove reforestation, and raises awareness of green energy, supporting wildlife and local communities. Across Cebu and Davao, our carbon sink management program has planted close to 3 million native trees, restoring more than 1,600 hectares of forest land, and empowering nearly 1,000 farmers and indigenous peoples with sustainable livelihood and training. Protecting the environment is just the start. At the heart of our work are people, the communities and families whose lives we touch every day. We strive for our social initiatives to create lasting, positive change. The Brick Hub project upcycles plastic waste and repurposes fly ash into eco-bricks and eco-pavers, 9 times stronger than traditional hollow blocks, creating livelihood opportunities in Cebu and Davao through community cooperatives. Aurora PH brought solar power and internet connectivity to remote schools, lighting the way for over 2,500 students with tools to learn and connect. We also partner with the government to bring light where it's needed most. In 2024, Visayan Electric energized the remote hilltop village of Bayran in Naga City, Cebu, while Davao Light powered far-flung Barangay Lumiad in Davao City, bringing electricity and new possibilities to isolated communities. Our Diversity, Equity, Inclusion and Belonging, or DEIB program, fosters a workplace where everyone, regardless of background or identity, feels seen, valued and supported, creating a culture of respect that extends to the communities we serve. In 2025 alone, Aboitiz Power was ranked the #1 energy employer for fresh graduates and placed 16th overall across industries by Prospel. Furthermore, we landed in Time and Statista's Best Companies in Asia Pacific for 2025. We were also named one of the Philippines' top employers by Calibre and the Philippine Daily Inquirer. Behind all these efforts is a foundation of strong governance that ensures our actions are ethical, transparent, and aligned with global best practices. For the 3rd year, we were given the Golden Arrow Award in 2024, earning a 3-arrow recognition that reflects how outstanding corporate governance is woven into how we lead. Our subsidiaries uphold the highest standards with 94% ISO 9001 certification for quality and 93% for occupational health, safety, and environmental management, guaranteeing safe, efficient, and responsible operations. These efforts light up a simple truth. When we power communities with care, we fuel hope, growth, and resilience for all. Every light we turn on, every life we touch, brings us closer to a future where no one is left in the dark. When we light up lives, we do more than power homes. We ignite possibilities, promise, and a future where everyone can flourish. At Aboitiz Power, we're not just delivering energy, we're powering better lives and brighter futures for millions of Filipinos. Aboitiz Power, transforming energy for a better world.
Congratulations, Aboitiz Power. May we call on Vice President for Corporate Affairs, Sui Suarez, to come up on stage to accept the award. And members of Aboitiz Power, if you wish to join him, please do so. Sui, would you like to say a few words?
Magandang tanghali sa inyong lahat. On behalf of Aboitiz Power, I'd like to thank the Manila Times and, of course, the esteemed panel of judges for recognizing the sustainability efforts of the company. Throughout, we have always believed that an organization's strength is its people. In our case, and you saw in the video, in our many team members, whether they are in the power generation facilities, keeping the lights on, or in power distribution and retail, they are all the dutiful frontliners on the ground who readily cater to the needs of customers and communities, even those in far-flung areas. On their backs, Aboitiz Power is transforming energy for a better world by being a positive catalyst to nation building, and by being a good neighbor to our host communities. By transforming energy for a better world, transforming energy for a better world is the company's purpose, and we live by it through the values of integrity, teamwork, and responsibility. We're working together and keeping each other accountable to ethical and good governance standards day in and day out. Gratified by this reward, we aspire to maintain the standard of excellence that we have set for ourselves, knowing full well that consistency reflects how we live our corporate values and further solidify sustainability recognitions such as this. Guided by our purpose and with a view to the well-being of future generations, we'll continue to work sustainably and responsibly in our industry. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Vice President for Corporate Affairs, Subi Suarez. Congratulations to Aboitiz Power. And now for our next sustainability champion.
Across the Philippines, the Basis Conversion and Development Authority is transforming former military lands into master-planned communities that are green, sustainable, and inclusive. BCDA's vision is simple but bold. Cities that grow amid the rich backdrop of nature. From BGC, New Clark City, Clark, Morong Discovery Park, Photo Point to Camp Janhay, every community they build follows strict design controls, maximizing open spaces, protecting biodiversity, and creating developments that are designed for people, from present to future generations. Aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, BCDA economic zones follow a 60-40 balance. Across the states, ecosystems are restored with thousands of native trees, guided by global biodiversity standards. Clark International Airport is proof of this commitment, the first airport in the Philippines to obtain EDGE certification, a globally recognized benchmark for sustainable infrastructure. In New Clark City, clean energy leads the way. A 39-megawatt solar farm under development, a district cooling system to cut power use by half, and a waste-to-energy facility converting 600 metric tons of waste into 12 megawatts of renewable energy. Biodiversity and heritage are preserved through the Aita Ethnobotanical Center, co-developed with indigenous community. Mobility is redefined, cutting reliance on private cars through 54 kilometers of bike lanes and walkways, and electric shower systems in New Clark City and Camp Janhay. BCDA projects are also required to meet green building standards. Technology strengthens resilience too. Air and water quality monitoring sensors in New Clark City provide real-time data to ensure environments remain healthy and livable. Sustainability is not only in the infrastructure. BCDA has established one of the government's first dedicated sustainability units and crafted a public service continuity plan, keeping communities safe from natural hazards.
For BCDA, sustainability is not just an afterthought or merely lip service. It's the foundation of how we build things. Because for every road, every park, every structure, and every community we build must prove that progress, inclusivity, and responsibility can go hand in hand.
Sustainability is also social. In 2025 alone, BCDA projects created more than 7,100 new jobs for local communities. BCDA and its partners dedicate more than 31,000 hectares of open spaces for families and future generations. And through partnerships, BCDA uplifts lives beyond its project sites. For BCDA, people and the planet are at the heart of every decision. Sustainability is BCDA's blueprint for nation building. This is the future being built for Filipinos.
Congratulations, Basis Conversion and Development Authority, or BCDA. May we call on the Vice President for Public Affairs, Leilani Barlongay Makasayat, to receive the award. May you invite Lani Makasay to say a few words?
Hello, good afternoon. We at the Basis Conversion and Development Authority, we build great cities while we help modernize our armed forces. So on behalf of our President and CEO, Engineer Joshua M. Bingkang, and the whole BCDA workforce, we are deeply honored for this recognition by the Manila Times and the esteemed Board of Judges. It reminds us that what we build today will shape the lives of generations to come. We call upon our partners, our investors, and every Filipino. Let us ensure that the communities we create do not only stand as monuments of progress, but as living testaments to a nation that shows sustainability, resilience, and hope. Thank you very much at mabuhay.
Thank you, Vice President for Public Affairs, Lani Makasayat, and congratulations, BCDA. And now for our third Sustainability Champion.
Through the years, DBP has established itself as the country's premier institution for sustainable development. DBP has emerged as an advocate of growth in 4 key priority areas: infrastructure, environment, social services, and entrepreneurship.
Congratulations, DBP. May we call on George Inocencio and Rustico Noli Cruz to receive the award on behalf of Development Bank of the Philippines. George Inocencio is the Executive Vice President, Chief Sustainability Officer, and Head of Development and Resiliency Sector. Meanwhile, Rustico Noli Cruz is Officer in Charge for Program Development and Management Group. You have the floor for a few words.
Magandang hapon po. On behalf of the board and management of the Development Bank of the Philippines, we express our gratitude to the Manila Times and the Board of Judges for recognizing DBP's humble contributions to the advancement of environmental and social sustainability in our country. DBP takes great pride in being a bank for the environment and for being one of the first Philippine banks to integrate environmental considerations in all aspects of its operations, including lending and internal operations. This recognition strengthens our resolve to continue with our efforts to help meet the needs of the present generation without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Thank you. Magandang hapon sa ating lahat.
Maraming salamat. Congratulations to the Development Bank of the Philippines. And now for a fourth Sustainability Champion.
At FirstGen, we understand that meeting the world's massive and growing demand for electricity has been one of the greatest contributors to climate change. Our challenge is to meet that demand in ways that do not adversely affect the climate, and to hasten the transition to a world where all of the power generated comes from clean, safe, and renewable sources. Together, we can restore and renew our way of life and our planet. It all begins with a resolve to power forward.
Congratulations, First Gen Group. And we call on Janice Dugan to please receive the award on behalf of the corporation. Janice Dugan is the Senior Manager for Corporate Social Responsibility for First Gen Corporation.
The Manila Times officials, our panel of judges, our fellow awardees, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. On behalf of First Gen Corporation, we thank you for giving us this recognition. We are truly honored. First Gen is the largest RE producer in the country, and it has long been decided by our company that we will not invest into coal. In the words of our chairman, Mr. Federico R. Lopez, He said, and I quote, "These are extraordinary times that call for extraordinary change, and everyone must shift to thinking about the quickest route to a decarbonized economy." With the reality of climate change here and now, the task is daunting. But with partners like the Manila Times, the growing force of sustainability champions, we are more inspired more than ever to continue our mission of forging collaborative pathways to a decarbonized and regenerative future. Thank you so much again, and good afternoon.
Thank you also, First Gen Senior Manager for CSR, Janice Dugan, and congratulations, First Gen. For fifth Sustainability Champion.
At Globe, yeah, we keep you connected. But that's just the beginning of what we do. Because while you live your best life, we're building the type of future you want to live in. Since 2014, we've taken big steps to upgrade our network so that it meets your every digital needs while also caring for our planet. Every technology upgrade, every kilowatt of clean energy we use, and every phone we recycle is a step closer to our dream of your tomorrow. One where you and our planet thrive. Because our globe of good is where we build a sustainable future, starting with yours.
Congratulations, Globe Telecom. We invite Apple Evangelista, Telecom Head for Sustainability and Social Responsibility. May we ask a few words from Globe Telecom? Ms. Apple?
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for this recognition. So for us in Globe, sustainability is our purpose in action. As an active member of the UN Global Compact and as the country's first publicly listed company to have our science-based net zero targets validated by the SBTi, we are truly honored to receive this award. We believe that sustainability goes beyond frameworks. What we are after is real, measurable, positive environmental and societal impact. It is our collective purpose at Globe as we embed sustainability in the way we do business. Muli maraming salamat po to the Manila Times and the panel of judges for recognizing Globe's commitment to sustainability. Together, we can create a globe of good. Thank you.
Once again, congratulations to Globe Telecom. And now for our sixth Sustainability Champion.
Iminulat ako ni Itay sa pagsasaka kung paano pagyamanin ang lupa't pananim. Subalit, laging may hamon ng bukas. Paano mo ito paghahandaan? Noon pa man, nariyan na ang land bank. Katuwang na matatag, laging maaasahan, laging handa sa bawat hamon ng panahon. Nagbigay sila ng pagsasanay sa makabagong kaalaman at pamamaraan. Pati pagsulong sa moderno at sustenableng agrikultura, naging tulay sa pagtawid namin sa mundo ng digital. Napagyaman ko ang lupang namana ko kay Itay. Katuwang ang land bank na nagpunla ng binhi ng kaunlaran. Sigurado ako sa masagana at maunlad na bukas.
Congratulations, Land Bank of the Philippines. May we call on Maria Celeste Burgos and Eden Hapitana. Maria Celeste Burgos is the Executive Vice President, and Eden Hapitana is Land Bank's first Vice President. Would you like to say a few words, please?
Good afternoon, everyone. So on behalf of our President and CEO, Lynette Ortiz, we would like to thank the Manila Times for recognizing Land Bank as one of the sustainability champions. And this award is actually a powerful affirmation of our commitment to driving sustainable development and empowering communities through responsible financing. So and it also reflects our unwavering dedication to creating financial solutions that drive progress while preserving the environment. Thank you.
Thank you, Celeste Burgos, and also Eden Hapitana. Congratulations, Land Bank. Now our seventh sustainability champion.
In a world where water breathes life into every heartbeat, Manila Water stands as a beacon of unwavering purpose. To fortify economies through essential infrastructures, to improve lives and communities. We draw from our expertise, from water treatment to distribution, wastewater management, and sanitation. We embark on groundbreaking projects that create meaningful value. We deliver services at par with the world's best, relevant and beneficial to the communities we serve. We constantly explore new horizons, pushing boundaries and innovating to deliver a lasting impact. At the heart of our success lies our collaborative relationships, built on trust, transparency, and mutual respect, utilizing our diverse strengths towards a shared vision. We are committed to sustainability, championing water security, climate action, stewardship, and social and governance initiatives. As we expand our reach and impact, Manila Water remains resolute in our mission to be a leader in providing water and environmental services supportive of sustainable development across the Manila East Zone and beyond. Our purpose will always be crystal clear. Manila Water.
Congratulations, Manila Water Company Incorporated. And to receive the award is the Sustainability Manager, Christine Casabar. Christine Casabar, may you have the floor.
Good afternoon. On behalf of Manila Water, we thank Manila Times, the organizers, and the panel of judges for this recognition. We are honored to accept the Sustainability Champions Award. This recognition affirms our commitment to providing safe and reliable water while ensuring that our operations protect the environment, help communities thrive, and build a culture of trust and care. For us, sustainability goes beyond compliance. It is about making every drop count. From watershed protection and wastewater treatment to community programs and climate resilient initiatives, we strive to create lasting impact that balances people, planet, and progress. This award belongs to our employees, our partners, and our customers who share in this mission. With this recognition, Manila Water is inspired to continue leading with responsibility so that future generations may enjoy a sustainable and water-secure future. Maraming salamat po.
Congratulations again, Manila Water Company Incorporated. For our 8th sustainability champion is Congratulations, MegaWorld Corporation. On behalf of MegaWorld, to receive MegaWorld REIT Incorporated, President and CEO, Jose Arnulfo Arni Batak. And of course, to accompany him is Daryl De La Cruz. Also of the group, ME Green Sustainability Team Manager. May we request a few words from the MegaWorld Group?
So, on behalf of MegaWorld Corporation, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to the Manila Times and the esteemed panel of judges for recognizing our sustainability efforts. We know that we are still at the early stages of this journey, but we are deeply thankful for the collaborations that have allowed us to move forward meaningfully. Our initial support came from companies that are also honored here today as champions of sustainability, most especially the 3 power companies who are here. We would like to specifically highlight, of course, our partnership with Meralco through Empower. Now, since power accounts to 90 to 95% of our scopes 1 and 2 emissions, the renewable energy supply to 100% of MegaWorld-owned assets has been instrumental in our carbon neutrality efforts for these scopes. Looking ahead, we hope to finalize contracts also with First Gen to cover our remaining renewable energy requirements. An initiative that will extend not only to our parent company, MegaWorld Corporation, but also to our subsidiaries, MREIT, Global Estate Resorts, and MegaWorld Hotel and Resorts. Beyond energy, our efforts also focus on social inclusivity and active stakeholder engagement. At MegaWorld, we believe sustainability begins with each of us. As our Me Green program declares, green starts with me. Thank you.
Thank you, Arnie Batak, Head of Sustainability for the MegaWorld Group. On behalf of them, receiving it. Thank you. For our next sustainability champion,
for more than a century, Meralco has powered Filipino lives. Today, we move forward, brighter, cleaner, and more sustainable. We have the power to keep homes bright and industries moving. Reliable today, cleaner every day. We have the power to protect our planet and secure our future. To commit to renewables, storage, and new technologies. To powering electric vehicles and cleaner transport. All to preserve the world we share for generations to come. We have the power to serve our people with malasakit, to bring electricity to the most underserved homes, and uplift lives, people first, always. We have the power to spark prosperity for every Filipino by keeping electricity reliable, affordable, and accessible. Together, we have the power to light the path today and power a brighter, sustainable tomorrow for all. Meralco, powering better lives.
Congratulations, Manila Electric Company. To receive the award is the Chief Sustainability Officer, Raymond Ravelo. We invite the Meralco CSO to say a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of our Chairman and CEO, Manuel V. Pangilinan, it's certainly my distinct pleasure and privilege to be here to receive this award this afternoon. We're very grateful to the Manila Times for recognizing our efforts. Really, this honor is really for the more than 17,000 women and men who form our One Meralco. Right? They are the ones who have really put sustainability at the very heart of everything we do as individuals and as a company. They're the ones who have made it a real commitment, not just as a side initiative, not just as a mere corporate obligation, but as a true and deep commitment, a pledge to our people, to our planet, and really to prosperity. And really, these people, our people, they are living proof that sustainability is not just environmental, but truly and deeply human. So again, thank you very much. This award serves to inspire us not only to continue keeping the lights on for our more than 8 million customers, but really inspires us to continue powering the good life, as we say in Meralco, for our country, our customers, and our communities. Maraming salamat po.
Congratulations, Manila Electric Company. For our 10th Sustainability Champion, so we'd like to congratulate Philippine Airlines, and on behalf of PAL, we call on Judy Ann Tionco, President for Corporate Communications, and other representatives of PAL. May we invite Mr. Britannico, VP for Corporate Affairs, to say a few words.
Thank you. We do have a video, but apparently it won't play, but we can have the slide. And my name is not Judy Ann, obviously. My name is Bud Britannico, and I'm Vice President for Corporate Affairs. Mabuhay, good afternoon, distinguished partners and fellow champions of sustainability. Philippine Airlines is very honored to accept this recognition as a sustainability champion. Thank you to the Manila Times, PwC Isla Lipana and Co., the judges, and all the organizers and sponsors of this meaningful event. Our sustainability efforts rest on 4 pillars: care for the environment through being responsible in the use of our natural resources, reducing our carbon footprint, pursuing greater use of renewable energy with partners, many of whom are also awardees this afternoon, care for our customers, care for our community, and care for our people. This recognition belongs not only to PAL, but to everyone who shares in these efforts: our shareholders, employees, partners, and the Filipino people whose hopes and dreams we carry on every flight. Maraming salamat po ulit, and let us all keep flying towards a more sustainable tomorrow. Mabuhay.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Britannico, VP for Corporate Affairs of Philippine Airlines. For 11th, Corporate Sustainability Champion. Congratulations, Robinson's Land Corporation, or RLC. On behalf of RLC, to receive the award is External Affairs Director Irving Wu. We also welcome to the stage the other members of RLC. Mr. Wu, would you like to say a few words on behalf of RLC?
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Robinson's Malls and Robinson's Land Corporation, thank you to this esteemed panel of judges, to Ms. Anna Marie Thompson, to Ms. Blanca Mercado, and to the entire Manila Times family. I am deeply honored to accept this recognition from the Manila Times. At Robinson's Malls, we believe that sustainability should be part of our everyday lives. And that's what our sustainability efforts are all about. Every day, we take small but meaningful steps to create a better future. This award inspires us to keep more and making sustainability something we can practice every day. Thank you. Magandang hapon po.
Thank you, Mr. Wu, for accepting on behalf of RLC. And now we shall have our 12th Sustainability Champion.
For over 130 years, so much a part of everyday Filipino life. We are San Miguel Corporation, a key driver in the economic growth of the Philippines. As the country's largest conglomerate, we want to help solve some of our country's pressing challenges. We are in industries at the intersection of national development. Areas where we can make the greatest positive impact. We commit to helping build a stronger, more resilient, and globally competitive nation. A Philippines that can deliver better quality of life for all its citizens. Sustainability is deeply embedded in our organizational DNA. We lead from the front, aligning our day-to-day business with larger societal needs and the urgent need to protect our environment. We are a company committed to building a world of good, guided by our core value of malasakit and 3 powerful pillars. Kalikasan, or good for the planet. We pledge to conserve and protect natural resources and find ways to transition to a low-carbon future. Kalinga, or good for people. We commit to enrich countless lives, from the people we work with and their families, to our partners, our communities, and beyond. Kasaganahan, or good for progress. We endeavor to propel growth in harmony with society and nature. We have set clear and ambitious sustainability targets to transform these into reality. By 2030, we will uplift at least 15 million lives by developing and expanding pathways of prosperity for our fellow Filipinos. By 2040, we will embrace a circular economy approach by reducing waste, recirculating products at their highest value, and adopting a regenerative mindset. Understanding the impact of our operations, we commit to developing a fully sustainable and ethical supply chain, implementing necessary business transformation, sharing our sustainability goals, and promoting collaboration throughout our ecosystem. By 2050, we will achieve net zero by cutting down on greenhouse gas emissions through cleaner and innovative technologies, while striving for balance with economic development. With these goals in mind, we dedicate our company to improving our world and transforming our nation into a more inclusive and empowering community for all Filipinos. San Miguel Corporation, your world made better.
Congratulations, San Miguel Corporation, or SMC. To receive the award on behalf of the company is Maria Nelen Villania, the Corporate Communications Manager. We also invite other representatives of SMC to please come on stage. We invite the representative of SMC to say a few words about.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of San Miguel Corporation, and together with Kin Lichauco, our Vice President for Corporate Affairs and Executive Director of the San Miguel Foundation, thank you to the Manila Times, PwC, and the panel of judges for this recognition. We are deeply honored to stand alongside organizations working to build a greener, more resilient Philippines. At San Miguel, we've always believed that our work is about more than profit. It's about people, it's about communities, it's about a future where every Filipino has a chance to thrive. With our size and reach comes a deep responsibility to create opportunities, protect our natural resources, and confront the challenges of our time, especially climate change. But we all know this journey is bigger than any other company. Real progress happens when we all come together, government, private sector, communities, and individuals, to build a future that is stronger, greener, and more just. And this award is not the end of our work. It's a reminder to keep going, to keep building, and to keep proving that when we move with purpose, we can create a world where growth and sustainability go hand in hand. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat din. Congratulations once again, San Miguel Corporation. And for our next sustainability champion,
SM Investments is one of the largest Philippine conglomerates. We've been around for over 60 years. We have 3 core businesses, mainly retailing, banking, and properties. Over the past 60 plus years, sustainability is something which SM has had as a culture. It's something which we as a group has been practicing from the very beginning. We take into account the entire impact on the environment, including, let's say, providing sustainable energy, renewable solar powers, water treatment facilities, and waste recycling. We also provide, like for example, for our malls, we make the malls more like a community center, which also then becomes like an area for relief effort if ever there's any sort of calamity that occurs. We also provide support in terms of education and training and healthcare, because at the end of the day, it's the sustainability of the community that continues to provide the growth for our businesses. Biodiversity is very important in everything that we do as a country and as individuals. For example, in our Hamilo Coast development, we work very closely with the WWF in terms of reforestation and also culturing more mangroves in the area.
There is this climate change that's looming over our Mother Earth. If we can contribute no matter how little, and if I can get everybody to be aware of it, I think we will make an impact. It's never too late.
Sustainability is very important because for a business to be able to continue to grow and last for many, many years, it's very important that the business support the community in a sustainable way. Because in the end, it's also the community and the environment that sustains the high growth of our businesses.
Congratulations, SM Investments Corporation. To receive the award on behalf of SMIC is Owen Camayo and Colleen Davila Palaganas. May we invite you to go on stage. Mr. Camayo is the Vice President for Corporate Communications, and Ms. Davila Palaganas is SMIC's Vice President for Sustainability. Would one of the representatives of SMIC wish to give a few remarks?
Okay, thank you so much, Manila Times. Thank you for the judges also for considering SM Investments. You know, before, at the founding of SM, Tatang Henry C. believed that business growth and social development, they go hand in hand. And it had always been his practice from bringing the small and medium enterprises into SM, working with local communities all this time. And it is on this principle that SM today is working towards our vision to build responsible businesses that are catalysts for development in all the communities we serve. And we work alongside 130,000 employees to make this happen, along with our partners. So this is really for our partners, our stakeholders, the families we serve. Because every day in SM, we are always happy to serve. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Palaganas, for receiving on behalf of SMIC. We do have 2 more Sustainability Champions Awards to give away. And for our 14th,
Toyota aims to solve various issues faced by society and individuals today, while also adding new value. Toyota is going beyond zero. The goal is not only achieving zero emissions, but also creating ways to improve lives for a sustainable future. As the country's mobility frontrunner, how will Toyota bring its Beyond Zero vision to life in the Philippines? Toyota Motor Philippines, or TMP, is embracing this through the global Toyota mobility concept, focusing on 3 key pillars of electrification, diversification, and intelligence. Toyota aims for practical and sustainable carbon neutrality with its multi-pathway approach to mass and accessible electrification. Without focusing on a single solution, it considers factors like customer needs, market readiness, and available energy infrastructure. There are multiple solutions with Toyota's low-carbon powertrain technologies that continue to develop, including hybrid electric vehicles, plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, battery electric vehicles, fuel cell electric vehicles, and internal combustion engine vehicles powered by hydrogen and carbon-neutral fuels. There is the right energy in the right vehicle at the right time, but all paths must lead to a carbon-neutral future. One of the advanced technologies Toyota is tapping into for its potential for a carbon-neutral future is hydrogen. Toyota Gazoo Racing in Japan has developed hydrogen internal combustion engine vehicles that are being tested for applications in motorsports. These are the GR Corolla H2 and Corolla Cross H2 concept. Both are symbolic of Toyota's mission to preserve the love for cars. With its H2 powertrain, drivers can experience the same fun and thrill of driving with strong performance, sound, and vibration, while enjoying the advantage of virtually zero carbon emissions. This innovation harnesses hydrogen as an alternative energy source, offering the benefits of storage capability, transportability, and quick end-use application, similar to refueling a conventional vehicle. While this new, clean technology requires infrastructure, it provides a possibility for energy security. Beyond multiple vehicle technologies available, there are also multiple pathways with energy. The Philippines is opportune with its diverse natural resources that could bring these potentials. With a suitable technology for the local condition, practical solutions make it even more possible to realize a carbon-neutral world.
Congratulations to Toyota Motors Philippines Incorporated. And to receive the award on behalf of TMP is Josephine Villanueva and Mon Umali. May we invite you on stage, please? So Ms. Villanueva is the first Vice President and Mr. Umali is the lead for Corporate Communications, PR, and Sustainability. Would Ms. Villanueva and Mr. Umali wish to say a few words?
Esteemed members of the Manila Times, distinguished sustainability leaders, fellow awardees, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to everyone. It is a great honor to stand before you all today at the inaugural Sustainability Champion Awards. This recognition truly comes as a surprise at Toyota Motor Philippines, and for that, we are deeply grateful. Thank you to the Manila Times for spearheading this initiative, and sincere thanks to the panel of experts and leaders for noticing what we do. We are humbled because recognition has never been our goal. Our sustainability journey is simple yet determined, one that we have always approached with full transparency. The real work, I believe many of you in this room would agree, is about going beyond. For us, it is not just about achieving a state of zero emissions, but about creating a net positive impact with our total operations. We look at carbon neutrality from a holistic, cradle-to-grave perspective, from the sourcing of our materials to production, commercialization, and ultimately the disposal of our products. This is where the principle of circular economy comes into play. We are a proud advocate of responsible end-of-life vehicle recycling. While we take strides in environmental stewardship, we never forget the social and economic context. Our Beyond Zero goal is to provide mobility that is safer, connects communities, empowers individuals, and makes people more efficient in their daily lives. In our journey, we have come to a profound realization: there is no one-size-fits-all solution for sustainability. Corporate sustainability has been a resounding global call, but our approach should consider also local context, asking the question, what can we practically do here in the Philippines? Or what can an ordinary Filipino change for the better? Toyota Motor Philippines stands firmly behind our multi-pathway approach, which considers the diverse markets and unique challenges of both developed and developing economies. We believe there is a right mix of technologies and solutions that will lead us all to the same destination, a carbon-neutral future. Thank you once again for this incredible honor, and we look forward to working alongside all of you as we continue this journey together. Muli, magandang hapon, and mabuhay tayong lahat.
Thank you, Ms. Villanueva, for accepting on behalf of Toyota Motors Philippines Incorporated. And now for our final sustainability champion, we present Congratulations, Vistaland and Lifescapes Incorporated. May we call on Ed Aguilar to receive the award on behalf of Vistaland. Mr. Aguilar is the division head for Vista Manors. Mr. Aguilar, you have the floor.
Good morning. In behalf of Vistaland, thank you Manila Times and to our esteemed judges for recognizing our efforts towards environmental sustainability. Our initiative extends beyond immediate environmental measures, but more importantly, cultivating and fostering a circular economy within Vistaland communities by enhancing resource efficiency and resilience. To our fellow champions, together, let us be the benchmark for corporate social responsibility, showcasing how we as partners can rebuild, rehabilitate, and restore a healthier, more sustainable planet, the home we all share. Again, thank you, Manila Times.
Congratulations, Vistaland and Lifescapes Incorporated. And that concludes our 15 sustainability champions. Let's give them another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We do have one more award to give out, but before we do so, may I invite the chairperson of our panel of judges, Ms. Corina Molina, to come on stage. We shall be asking you to announce our Sustainability Grand Champion, and Denise has handed her the envelope.
The inaugural in 2025 Sustainability Grand Champion is SM Investments Corp.
SMIC. Could we ask Mr. Camayo and Ms. Palaganas? Perhaps the whole table of SM Investments Corporation would wish to come on stage. Owen Camayo, Colleen Davila Palaganas, and the whole SM Investments team. May we also invite the whole group, the panel of judges, to join them. And our Vice President for Sales and Marketing, Ms. Rhoda, could you please go on stage? VP for Sales and Marketing, Ms. Rhoda Zaba. We invite everyone to move a little forward. Could we call on the judges also to join them? So let's have our dear judges also to please join them. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you in the inaugural Sustainability Champions Awards, SM Investments Incorporated. May we also ask all the winners of Sustainability Champions Awards to please bring your award with you on stage as we shall be having a photo together. We call on all the recipients of Sustainability Awards to please bring your trophy on stage for our photo opportunity. So we ask our sustainability champions to please come forward. Once again, congratulations, Aboitiz Power, BCDA, DBP, First Gen, Globe Telecom, Land Bank, Manila Water, Megaworld Corporation, Meralco, Philippine Airlines, Robinson's Land Corporation, San Miguel Corporation, SM Investments Corporation, and Toyota Motors Philippines Incorporated. We'd also like to congratulate Vista Land and Lifescapes Incorporated. Thank you once again for being part of the Manila Times Sustainability Champions Awards and bookazine launch. Thank you very much.